Hey there YouTube, Parrish Plays here with a tutorial video today on how to sell your Pokemon card collection in 2024 is when I recorded this, but really it should carry on for a while now. I don't see eBay and TCGPlayer going anywhere. Those are the two platforms I'm going to be using today. And who am I? Why do I have any authority to talk on this? I've got eBay feedback with 313 feedback, 100% positive rating, and also a level 4 seller on TCGPlayer with 100% feedback rating there. Most of my feedback comes from eBay, but I do a little bit of TCGPlayer as well. We'll kind of get into the pros and cons of each, but let's jump right into it. So first off, how to sell your cards, where to sell them. The first place I'm going to show you to sell them is eBay. Everyone knows about eBay, but then the second place will be TCGPlayer. Like I said, I've been selling for 2 years now. And of course, these do have fees. You hear people talk about FeeBay all the time. TCGPlayer has fees as well. It's about 12 to 14% depending on what you're selling. But really, the reach you get with eBay and TCGPlayer, especially as a new seller, really makes it worth it. I really don't have a problem with paying that fee. You know, they're covering your taxes and all of that stuff. You don't have to worry about that. And they're getting your items out to millions of eyes rather than you're getting them out to maybe thousands or hundreds. So first, I'm going to start with, how do you value your cards? You know, you've got all these cards here. You have no idea what they're worth, but you think they're worth something. Or you know they're worth something, and just how do you sell them? So start here with TCGPlayer, and we'll start with this Vaporeon card here. Now you're going to look at the bottom left of the card, and I'll pop it up here, and you're going to see that this one is Sword Shield 181, or you can just search for Vaporeon V, and you're going to get the card you're looking for. So when that pops up, it's going to show up here. You got to pick whatever condition your card is. Generally it's just going to be near mint if you just pulled it from a pack and you're looking to sell it. And you're going to see here this little chart down here. It shows near mint price is about $29.41. You can scroll down here to see what other people are selling it for, and again, looks like it's right around that $29 mark. This one's $27.94, but there is $125 shipping. So again, you're looking right at that, right around that $29 mark. And then even easier, if you don't have a computer, you know, everyone's got a phone handy, and an easier way to do it is by loading the TCGPlayer app. You know, I'm not sponsored, not affiliated or anything like that, but I'll show a little video here of me going on there using their scanning feature. You can scan whatever card you have. You can use it to scan through a ton of cards at once. You can go and select the condition, if it's near mint or if it's light played or anything like that, if you got it from your childhood. That'll affect the prices, but you just scan the card, it pops up what the price is, and you can see it that way. And that's a super easy way to get the price. So TCGPlayer I leave for cards under $20, and we'll kind of go into that after eBay, because I think eBay is the better place to be selling your cards, especially if you have cards that are over $20, as the shipping is a little bit different and much easier on eBay. So once you know the value of your card, kind of what you're going to sell it for, so this one again, I'll probably sell it for around $30, somewhere around there. I'm usually one to sell it, put it high, and let the price kind of float towards it. Especially on an older card like this. You know, they're not printing this anymore. People aren't opening these boxes anymore. So I'll probably list the card a little bit high and let it kind of come to me at that price. So again, we'll go back to eBay since this is over $20. So that's my cutoff. Anything under $20 is going to TCGPlayer. It's much easier to list there, but anything over $20 is going to be going to eBay. Much easier to ship a card from that. So again, here we're going to do the same thing, and this is just the V. And again, we'll type in the bottom left of that card says Sword Shield 181, and we're not looking for PSA cards. And then what you're going to want to do here is switch it to buy it now, because we don't want to see auctions. You can auction it. Typically I do buy it nows for all of my stuff and just let it sit there. And then we're going to search for price plus shipping lowest first. So we're looking for the lowest listed on here, because we obviously want to either match or beat that, or be somewhere around here. Again, this is 22 plus 4 is 26, obviously, which is cheaper than it was on TCGPlayer. So we might want to be a little bit higher. Sometimes you don't always want to be low list. I mean, that might be your strategy just to get rid of it quicker, but I'll probably be looking to get top dollar. And again, all of these right here are right around that $29 mark. So the way to do it here is you find one you like. So you pick a title you like, because that's what you're going to be using, and I like this title the most. Right here, it just has the most data in it. So you're going to click on this one, and you pulls you up in a new tab. and you can see, you know, all the listing stuff, the description they have. This is actually an AI description. You can just tell by kind of how it's written. If you like the listing, the title and all that stuff, you can come down here to have one to sell, and it's kind of hard to see. I mean, it's not very huge or anything like that, but if you click this button, it'll start a listing for you for that card exactly. So it's pretty great because it uses all of the things that they have put in earlier, such as the title. You know, you can mark all these categories. All of these, what I'll say is I usually just let whoever was in there first put in these for me, and I usually don't go in there and mess with any of these very much, just because it takes so long if you're listing a bunch of cards. If I have a big card, like say a PSA graded Charizard or something like that, I will come in here and put in as many as you can, because I think eBay does prioritize those that have more description or anything like that in there. But for this card, since it's, you know, such low value, we're just gonna leave it there. You can put photos here, and there's actually an easier way to do it. I'll drop these in here. I have them saved over here. I took them earlier, just put them in a file folder here, just for this video, and then you can kind of move it around. I've got my main photo here, and again, I don't even do anything fancy. I put it up on my little display shelf over there, white background. I should have taken pictures kind of zooming in on each little section of these, but when you're looking at the photo, you'll be able to zoom in pretty well. So I've got one of the front, one of the back, and then one of each of the sides. And I want to do the sides because I want to really show off that this is not really a gradable copy, so that if someone buys it from me, you know, they're not going to be mad if they're expecting a perfect card and they get one that's listed as near mint, which near mint, you know, is 8 to 10 is on the PSA scale. So this would get an 8 to a 10, so I have no problem putting near mint on that, but I want to make sure that they're seeing exactly what they're buying, so kind of keep the customer happy. They know they're not buying a gradable copy here. So an even easier way to do this, though, would be to do it on your phone, and I'll show a little video here of me going in there and doing it that way. Again, you just create the listing, you go down to seller, and then you go down to listings in process, click that, click the photos, and then you can just put the photos straight from your phone. So usually I do that, but I already had these ones uploaded on my computer, so I just wanted to put those in that way since I already had them. So again, we'll scroll down here. All of this is going to be pre-filled in. You can kind of spot check it, make sure everything looks good, but I think it does. Once you get going, you can set templates you want here, but first we're going to set the condition, and if it's ungraded, we'll put near mint or better. Again, comparable to pack fresh, which is going to be most of your cards, especially if you're, you know, just pulling them from a pack, just looking to get out of them, sell them, make some quick money that way. So next, you're going to want to come in here and write a description for it. And again, they say the longer the better. I don't really think it matters. People don't really read this. I'll just type it in and then I'll show you at the end. So here's just a short little description I put. The exact card listed is the one for sale exactly as pictured. Card is near mint, has some whitening in the corners. Please reach out if you have any questions. Card will be shipped next day. So again, I want to point out that it has some whitening so that someone buying this isn't going to be upset when it does have whitening. I kind of want to make it as transparent as possible. Again, to have a happy customer, if they try to return anything, eBay can see that I showed them exactly the card as it was. I wasn't trying to do anything sneaky, so eBay kind of might have my back on that. So again, I do buy it now. You can do auctions if you're looking to just get some quick money out of it. Again, this will probably sit for a little while since I'm doing buy it now, and I'm going to put it at $28.99, which is about low list. I always do require immediate payment. I'm not sure why you would allow them to buy it now and then pay later. That just doesn't make sense to me. If they want to buy it now, they can pay up front. This one, you can allow offers a lot. You'll get a lot of low balls. Generally, with stuff that's older, I'll do allow offers and just put my payment a little bit higher. So if you allow these offers, you'll probably get a lot of lowball offers. So typically what I do is if it's an older card I'm alright with taking a little bit less on, I'll put on these offers and just let people offer me and kind of walk them up to my price. But a modern card like this, I'm already low list. There's no reason to accept offers. Just kind of a waste of my time. I'm trying to get top dollar for it and not really interested in moving it real quick. Again, if you are, put on the offers, and people love making offers, making deals with you. So put that on and you'll love it. Shipping method here, I've found if you keep it about 4 ounces, that's going to be still the cheapest rate, so I've got nothing there. And then I'll show you how to ship the cards in another video, but all of my packages are 642, so if you put that in and just keep it there, that's something you won't have to worry about when it sells. It just makes it that much easier. So I do free shipping. You can do calculated shipping where your buyer will pay this amount, which is what it'll cost you to ship it. But in my opinion, I just like, you can bake it in. You know, we saw some prices here, like this first one where you charge them $22 and $4 shipping. It doesn't matter. I mean, people are paying it either way. But for me, I think people are happy to have free shipping since they're used to Amazon and all those places. They're going to be mad if they have to pay $4 shipping. So for me, I just put free shipping, makes it easy. Generally, people like that. They can comment on it. And then you can set all these settings. I have 1 business day handling. I always ship out next day, but if you need 2 or 3 days, they can put that. You can have 2 or 3 days and still be a top rated seller. That's not a problem. So just whatever you're comfortable with. I'm pretty comfortable with 1 business day. Any of these promoted listings, a lot of times you can, and eBay's increasingly going this way where you can reach more buyers by doing listing ads, and they suggest ad price of 11.12%, but again, we already mentioned how expensive these fees are, so if anything, I suggest like a 2% ad fee. That just puts you above the people that aren't doing it and still puts you up there sometimes. But on this, since it's a modern card and I'm already low list, I'm not gonna do promoted listings. Now, if I was, again, an older card or a card I was not low list, so say I put this at $35 and then put a $5 fee, you know, I'd probably still make more money from that, but that kind of feels bad because then you're selling a card for $29 to someone for $35, and that just doesn't feel great. So and then once you've got that, you can either, again, save it for later, and that's what I do if I'm on my computer setting this up and I want to put the images onto my phone. But for this one, we should be all set, so we're just going to hit list it, and then it should pop up here. Your listing is now live, so we're just going to go look at it real quick. And then here's my listing. So it shows up here, $28.99, ungraded, near mint or better. Already has the pictures in here from the ones I took. And again, it's showing off that one corner is gonna keep it from being graded. So little description, not anything huge. And then it shows your little shop down here. So very easy process, and then this is listed, and then it's buy it now, so you don't even have to worry about it. Once it sells, then you'll worry about shipping it out, and again, I'll cover that in a future video. But this is for cards over $20. As I said, eBay, it's about $4 to ship on eBay, and it's tracked and all that. If you have something under $20, you can do eBay standard envelope, which again, I'll cover and show in a later video. But for anything over 20, I like doing eBay. If you're under 20 and you're just going to do this, I highly suggest TCGPlayer and learning how to sell with TCGPlayer, because it is super easy to sell on TCGPlayer. First thing you got to do is create an account and all that, and that's pretty easy. I mean, nothing special about that. You can go through the process here and sign into your seller account. And then once you're signed in here, you get to this main screen, and it looks a little bit overwhelming at first. There's a lot going on here. Set your rates, add your items, all that stuff. But the one you're really going to start with is go into your inventory. And this is seriously how easy it is to list an item on TCGPlayer. Since I just listed that Vaporeon on eBay, I'm going to list this Venusaur card that I just pulled instead. So it's so easy. Again, you're going to look down here in the bottom left for the number of the card, and this one is actually from the newest set. I always want to say it's Crown Zenith, but it's Stellar Crown. So you'll start with typing in Venusaur, and then Venusaur EX is actually the first one. So you can even do this and search through the ones you're looking for. So it shows right here, Stellar Crown. You can match up the card with the one you're looking for. It shows 001 down there. Then if you click this, it pulls up this screen right here, and you've got near mint, lightly played, so you've got to condition check your card on TCGPlayer. But again, this, we just pulled it from a pack, so anything I pull from a pack really is going to be near mint. If there's some whitening or anything like that, that's okay, because again, PSA standards, near mint is like a 7 or higher, so it doesn't really matter. Somehow those cards only go for 60 cents, so you can click match that. But I'm going to put it up a little bit higher just because I don't like selling these cards for under... I have some listed for less, but these EX cards, I don't like selling them for under $1, and especially something like a Venusaur, where it's a popular Pokemon, I'm alright holding that a little bit longer. But really, you just put your price here, and it updates your shipping for you, so you can change that in a different screen. But we're going to put $1.25 here, and then you literally just put 1 to update this quantity, hit save, and just like that, it's updated in your inventory. So just like that, you can click, you can eventually come in here to my inventory only, and it shows you 1 total quantity. So this card is already listed, so now I just keep it to the side, and if it sells, then you go ahead and ship it off, and I'll do a video on shipping next. But it is that easy. I mean, you can go for every single card. So go back here to inventory. Let's try the Sparkling Crystal, same thing. Sparkling Crystal, this one from Stellar Crown. So they've got Japanese cards now here, so you've got to take a look here to make sure you're doing the right one. But we'll click that. It's selling here for $155 is TCG market price, so we'll just match that. There are some lower list, especially with the new set just coming out. It's kind of easy you're going to have to undercut to do it. But again, just like that, it's already listed. So I put that in my inventory and then just wait till it sells. So once it sells, you got to worry about shipping it. My next video next week will be all about how to ship your cards that you sell. And again, you've got a different process here for under $20 and over $20. So I'll cover that in the next video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're interested in that, because that'll be coming next. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully it helped, taught you guys something new. Again, really easy to use that TCGPlayer app to get a feel for the value of your cards, and then from there you can kind of decide eBay or TCGPlayer. Some people do take it off that. They go to Instagram, Twitter, Discords, all that, and you can sell that way, but again, you're not getting the eyeballs on it that you get with eBay or TCGPlayer. If you have a super modern card, like you just pulled a Charizard, and you want to go to Discord and sell it in your local Discord, and you've got a group that you know and trust really well, you can go ahead and do that. But I think the seller protections of eBay and TCGPlayer are just super nice. With Discord, you're going to have to sell, PayPal friends and family, or goods and services you can do that kind of help you keep safe a little bit more, but it's just a little bit sketchy in my opinion. So I've tried to stay away from there. Maybe once I get a bigger following, we can start going that route. But for now, eBay and TCGPlayer have been great despite the fees that they charge. It's just a great way to kind of build your collection, especially when you're just starting. So I don't do a ton of trading in real life. What I do is, if I pull a card like this, and I don't need it right away, I might sell it for $3 and then buy an illustration rare that I do need to fill my collection that way. So that's kind of how I've been using it, and TCGPlayer and eBay have been phenomenal for that. So highly suggest that to build up your collection. Again, appreciate you guys watching. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you're into that. I'm doing this mixed with a little investing, mixed with a little openings, along with my normal PSA returns that I'm doing monthly. So trying to do a lot more on the channel. So I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment with what you thought. What are your selling strategies? And I will catch you guys on the next one. I'll put my PSA return videos up here. Peace.